Our skin is the largest organ in our body. Adults carry some 8 pounds of skin, or 22 square feet of skin on our body. It is the largest organ, and it's important for us to pay attention to what we're putting on our bodies, what we're using on our skin, because it absorbs into our system and affects our bodies in good ways or bad, depending on what we're using. One of the things that I like to do is use an app called ThinkDirty. And what this app does is you can scan your products using the, what do you call that, barcode on the back, and it will let you know all of the ingredients. It'll let you know which ones are good, which ones are bad. It'll provide you a score for that particular item, and it will allow you to make educated decisions about your health and what you're putting in your body. So what I'm going to do today is go over what the app does, how it works, how you can utilize it to make those informed choices, and then it's relevant to everybody if you're concerned about what you're putting in your body. So I think it's important for everybody to know what they're putting on their skin, and most of us don't. I know I certainly don't, especially since I started using this app. I realized how uneducated I am when it comes to ingredients and how they may be affecting my body, which ones cause cancer, which ones don't, which ones may have been causing some sort of issue like psoriasis or rash, and I didn't know it. So we're gonna go over that today. I brought down 2 samples of types of shampoos and conditioners that I've used in the past. One of them is this Argan oil from Morocco. I love this stuff so much. When I was using it, this is the exact bottle that I would look for every single time. I fell in love with the scent, the way it made my hair feel. This is a brand that I absolutely love to use, but we're gonna go over the ThinkDirty information because I think that will be a little shocking to you as well. And then the Soapbox brand of their coconut oil shampoo and conditioner, which is what my #1 choice is right now for shampoo and conditioner that's easily and readily available at a grocery store. So keep that in mind. I'm only going over products that would have a barcode on it, not handmade stuff, but I think this will be eye-opening as well. So we're going to go over these products and I'll walk you through the process. So the first thing you do is open up your ThinkDirty app, and it's basically going to take you to this page, which is your dashboard, and this gives you the access to all the different features in the app that you might utilize. The first option we're going to go to is this little clock icon on the bottom, and that's basically like your history of things that you've already scanned in the past. And this is useful if you're at the grocery store and you look at a product and you think, maybe I'd like to try that. You can check and see if you've already scanned it, or you can go ahead and scan it and then it's in your database so you know for future reference or whatever. So you can see this first product that I scanned, this EOS solution of smooth. This was a product I was trying to find an organic shaving cream, because I right now just use soap because I ran out of my homemade stuff, and so I wanted to find something quick and easy. And the label says that it's, you know, paraben free, natural aloe, shea butter, so it's using verbiage that makes me feel like it's organic. But if we go into the ingredients list, you can see it's got several of these yellow ingredients. It's got several of the red ingredients, and they basically set up the scoring system so that you can determine for yourself based on this information whether it's a product you want to use. Red is a bad ingredient, yellow's kind of half and half, and then green are the safe ingredients. And when you're on the screen for the product, it gives you a score of how many ingredients, which ones or how many are half and half and how many are dirty, and what its final score is, which is the 8. 8 being the worst grade that it could get, and then of course there's yellow grades and green grades for the products that are actually good for you. This product being an 8, looking at the ingredients list, seeing that they have fragrance items. For example, if we click on it, it gives us a little bit more detail about what do they mean by fragrance. Fragrance in general is a term that is used by a lot of these cosmetic companies that they don't want to outline what they're utilizing in order to make it smell good. So we don't always know what they're using it to give it the scents that we like. And that can be a problem because there are several types of fragrances that are carcinogens, or they can cause skin irritations, and I'm prone to psoriasis, and obviously I don't want to create rashes and things like that, so that's something I would want to know before utilizing a product. But it gives you what the possible health impacts are for this particular ingredient, explains the rating system, and what I really like is it also cites its sources. I'm very big on citations because to me that means someone has done some research, and someone probably that has way more education on science and chemicals than I do. So, you know, I want to know where they're getting this information. And then if you go down a little bit further, it even gives you all of the regulatory agencies. If you scroll down a little further, it even gives you all of the regulatory agencies and what their warnings are for that product, which to me is also very important because I want to know what kind of agencies and even in what country they're actually saying don't use this product or don't use this ingredients because of this. Obviously this one, it looks like Canada has some notations out about it in their own agencies up there. So going back to the product, it also tells you any kind of certifiers, non-GMO, paraben-free, which this one is. I will grant it that. Nobody has given reviews on it yet, but you can leave reviews for products, which allows you to not only share the information that you know and your experience with the product, but you can see what other people say as well, which to me is important. And then if you want to use an alternative item at the bottom, they give you, here's our picks. Here's our picks based off of the ingredients of these products that we've already vetted compared to the one you're looking at now. I love this feature so much because now I have a direction of a different product that I can try and research and find and use instead. So moving back, in the history screen, you also have the options for products you've searched for. If it's not one you scanned, you just want to search for it. Maybe you're looking at it on Amazon. If you want to get an idea for the ingredients for that product, you can just search for it. And then of course the ones that you've actually scanned. And then there's the option to submit products. There are some products that are not in the system. For example, my soapbox, this one initially was not in the system. I have since added it, so I don't know if it's available for everybody yet, but this is my favorite shampoo and conditioner right now, so I went ahead and added it because I wanted it to be available for other people so they could check it out. The next thing we're going to do is move into the list. I'm skipping the big green button in the middle right now because that is one that we'll look at in a bit. And you can create custom lists of products that you like to use. So if you have a particular shampoo, if you have a particular face cleansing regime or body cleansing regime, you can add those products in these lists and categorize them just for easy finding later. Or maybe there's a series of shampoos that you want to try, maybe like a watch list. You can create that. And then you have your profile. Your profile is where you can see the types of badges that you've earned, the type of products that you've liked, how many products you've viewed. And I think, I haven't done any ratings, yes. You have products that you can leave your own review about so that other people can learn from your experiences with that product. Now moving back to the home screen, before we start scanning products, I do want to mention this item at the top. There's a little bar with a plus sign at the top here. This allows you to add a product that is not currently in the database. This is what I was talking about. You can scan, we'll do a quick scan here real quick. You can scan a UPC symbol and then you can take a picture of the front, the back. It adds that UPC code. You can put the name, brand name, any ingredients and items that you want to include about that product and submit that. So that's a very useful feature if there is a product that you've found that you just can't seem to find in the app. I'm not going to submit this product yet though. Now we'll get to the big green scan button. So one of the things I was talking about is this Argan Oil Shampoo. It's my absolute favorite shampoo, or was, let's put it that way. And I mean, when you read about a product that says, oh, it's argan oil and it's, you know, sulfates and paraben free and things like that, you think, okay, well this seems like a pretty legit product, and I tried it and I loved it, absolutely loved it. But let's go ahead and scan it real quick. So once I scan this product, it brings it up and you can immediately see the big red 8. And that means that this is not a well-scored product in their database. And we're going to go through as to why. So it has the picture, it has the name. You can see that there have been reviews. It's got a 1.8 star out of 4 reviews. Now that doesn't always mean something. It could be someone just didn't like the scent or something like that. So I try not to rely on the reviews until I actually read them to make sure that it's a review that is going to concern me. Now we scroll down to the ingredients list. It has 18 clean ingredients, 2 half and half, and 1 dirty ingredient. And we're going to take a look at the full ingredients list. So the main red ingredient, of course, is fragrance. This is one that is common on so many cosmetics. I don't know why people just can't let things be scented naturally, but I guess there's like this whole preserving the natural smell thing or something. But beyond that, it does have this 𝙒𝙂𝙄𝙀, I don't know what that is. Apparently it is an emollient that is used as an anti-caking agent. It is not suspected to be harmful, but it is not biodegradable, and that is something as a farmer or a homesteader is important to me, what I'm putting into the land. It has its list of cited sources, including PubMed studies, and then any regulatory agencies that might have warnings out about the product. EU Coasing says that it may be animal derived, this particular ingredient. So you can go through the ingredients and see which ones you want to do a little bit more research on, but considering that it has about 3 ingredients that are questionable. And then if we look at these reviews, actually, let's go down to the reviews. This one says they've been using it for 2 months, didn't seem to help their hair at all. This one said they needed to use a co-wash, smells nice, it contains no nasties, but gave me an itchy scalp. I did not have this issue with this particular shampoo. It actually made my hair feel very soft and silky. I really enjoyed using it, but again, it has some questionable properties that it's enough that I don't want to continue using the product. Let's just put it that way. And then at the bottom, again, of course, it has, here's our picks for alternatives. So these are products that look, they even have a 0 score of any negative connotations at all. So these are probably ones I would check out. So moving away from the scan option, now this app is free. You can download this app, and everything that you've seen so far you can do for free. There is a paid version of the app, but the main thing that you would use that for are these options here at the top. And what these do is allow you to pick pre-made categories of products to research. While on the dashboard, you also get some suggestions on items for Mother's Day, and they have, you know, just news and updates and industry updates that might be relevant to you if you're into the cosmetic industry, which I'm not, unfortunately. I don't know how to put on makeup the right way or anything like that, and I don't even really do anything with my hair. I just kind of brush it and go. So, but I do like knowing what I'm putting in my body or on my body that might affect my health in the future, because as you continue to add more good ingredients or bad ingredients, you are essentially not only what you eat, but what your body absorbs. So if I'm absorbing chemicals at all times, then eventually my body's gonna reflect that. One thing I did wanna note about this app is one of the products that my husband and I use, and you'll see it here in my screen, is we use Old Spice deodorant. Now, when I scanned it, we use the antiperspirant version of Old Spice. We absolutely do not use any antiperspirant at all. We do not want any aluminum put into our bodies, as much as we can prevent it anyway. I know that you can't 100% prevent it based on if you're going out to eat and they cook something in aluminum foil, then you're kind of stuck with it. That said, when I scanned it, it brought up this antiperspirant version. So keep in mind that even though you scanned the one that didn't have antiperspirant, it still brought up that picture. And if I go to the ingredients list, it still lists the aluminum. So I'm not sure if they just share a UPC code or what, but this is not the product we use, even though this was the product I scanned. One of the things I did want to highlight is we use the Old Spice deodorant because we have attempted to use organic and natural deodorants before. And we've used the Salt Rocks, and we've used the Tom's deodorant. Like, we've used natural brands, and they have always caused a rash under Donald's arms. So Old Spice is the only brand that does not do that. And if you're looking at the ingredients here, and ignore the aluminum one, because we absolutely do not buy any aluminum products, the fragrance ingredient would still be valid on the version that we use. However, the biggest issue is, again, we don't know what fragrance means necessarily. It could be different for every product. But the main issue is that fragrance can cause skin irritation. It can be a possible carcinogen. It could cause respiratory issues, possible allergic reactions. So the main factors in not using the fragrance ingredient is that it could cause these skin irritations, or it could cause rashes and things like that. We already know that it does not do that for me or for Donald. The reason that we continue to use Old Spice is because now that we know that this does not cause that issue for us, we feel safe using it, because that's the only ingredient that is an issue in the Old Spice deodorant. They don't use anything else that gives a warning. So once we get past knowing that it doesn't cause us the issues that it could cause, we're okay with using that product. So that's another way to use this app to make an educated or an informed decision about the products that you're using. So we'll continue to use Old Spice. We know it doesn't cause a rash, whereas the organic ones have. And we'll just continue moving forward and making those choices based off of the ingredients and what we find in the app. So again, to reiterate, the importance and the purpose of this app is to take some products that you use, find out whether one has some questionable ingredients, find one that you really love that is also acceptable in terms of its ingredients and what information is available, and then make those informed choices so that whatever you are putting in your body or whatever you're putting on your body that is being absorbed into your system doesn't affect you negatively in the long run. Again, you are not just what you eat, but you are what you absorb as well. That could be from the products that you're using, your lotions and your shampoos. It could be from free radicals that you absorb in your everyday life on your commute to work. So this allows you to find ways to reduce that as much as possible. In addition to having better nutrition, you can also have better products in your everyday life that allow you to live your absolute best life possible. So try the app out. If you like it, Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you like or don't like about it. If you find a better one, if you find some more value in the paid version that you want to share with me, because again, I have not used the paid version. I think this is an app that everybody should utilize when making choices in the grocery store or out shopping, just to enlighten yourself. Get to know more about what you're putting on your body. Know more about what you're eating. Know more about what you're absorbing. Know more about the chemicals that are being built up in your body through day-to-day use. I think it's very important for everybody, homesteader or not, to at least be familiar with this information. Nobody's expecting you to be an expert. That's why apps like this exist. Utilizing something like this takes all the pressure off of you to do the research and to have the knowledge yourself, because you can scan it and then make that decision based off of that information. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below, and hit that little bell icon to let you know when I have some more videos coming out. We will be doing more app reviews. We're doing a ton of information right now on herbalism, soil science, and of course how to build a sustainable farm on small acreage. So we hope that y'all come back now, you hear? If you want to learn more about small-scale homesteading, natural medicine, or soil health, like and subscribe to get notified. And don't forget, don't treat your soil like dirt.